Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk, and we are in the Fallout 4 here at Abernathy Farm. And it was nice. I just walked over here, and I have a mod on that takes away the need to have missions. It bypasses the missions for settlements, so instead of having to go find and fight these people and get these people's necklace, I just walked up to the workbench, and before I even clicked on it, it said, you are now able to use the workbench here. Hey, buddy. What you doing? What you doing? So, heck yeah, that's nice. I'm a little curious, though, how it's going to work on some of the, Somerville or Nordhagen, maybe? I think it's called Nordhagen. There's a couple bases that I like to build up, but they're sort of usually faction oriented. So you just can't get them until you take those settlements for the Brotherhood or Minutemen or any of the factions. But for right now, what I'm really waiting on is for some settlers to start rolling into either Red Rocket or Sanctuary, because the most important thing I need here right now is a provisioner. But one thing I can do is start fixing these plants. And whether you move them or not, I recommend picking them up and tapping them a little bit. Because the way they're sunk into the ground, it can make you a hard time for your settlers to farm. And there's just a lot of wasted space in this garden. As you can see, you can plant these pretty close together. And while it certainly looks cool, I suppose, we're going to use these rows and plant some other vegetables out here. See, I want to keep going a little bit. And you see, not all the rows are quite even. So we'll move this out to the actual sort of edge of this row here. Alright. Maybe one more. There we go. And as you can see, they're not, a lot of these plots aren't even being farmed. In fact, the food is at 10 with 3 farmers. So I'm going to try to fix that here in a minute by reassigning them. To farming. Now, one thing I like to do here sometimes is, so usually, alright, so if there's a farm with kids on it, and the kids are farming, you want to be real careful. Somerville, is one of those, right? And I think that other place, Nordhagen, whatever it is, the beach, is also got kids that are farmers. So you really don't want to mess too much. I can put this one inside of this one. Just leave anybody that's farming on those, especially the ones with children, just leave them farming. Normally I would say, like I said, don't mess with it. But I could just, could I just stack a whole bunch in one spot? It's weird. But here, as you can see, we're not getting the right value on our food crops. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little tight here. But you'll find this a lot in settlements that already have people. Settlements that already have people in it tend to be a bit more difficult to work with than settlements that don't. Please don't have anybody working this one. Of course you do. Let's see. Here we go. We're just going to store that. Plop that in here. Okay. And my road's a little crooked. But instead of all this taking up potatoes, they're all right here now. Alright, what time of day is it? It's pretty late. I guess we'll crash. I would assume all the watermelons are being picked, but I'm not 100% on that.
We're in some real trouble here. I hope you can help.
I'd rather not. Thank you. That's why I have the other, I have the mod on. Alright. I want it to be 8 in the morning, so they'll be working. If you don't normally build with settlements or really mess with them or anything, that's one little trick you want to remember. If you're having trouble finding settlers or trying to figure out what people are doing in a particular settlement. Alright, so we're going to take Blake here and we're going to find a tomato that's not being farmed and we're going to click on it.
You're not getting more food. Gave you my answer, little miss.
It didn't change a thing, did it?
Got it.
Let's try one of the other ones. I've had to basically force them off of farming before. Basically give them other jobs and then have other settlers take over the farming. Because as you can see, I've reassigned and nothing's changing. I'll try one more time with Connie here.
Got it.
But even with just 2 farmers, there should be at least
No,
you know,
Mom, I haven't got around to it yet.
a 12.
I'm too busy doing the other 50 things you keep telling me to do.
You watch your mouth, or you're staying home the next time your father goes to Diamond City.
So what we're going to do instead
Well, I'm trying to get
is...
everything done, but the wash takes
What are we
forever.
going to do? We're going to go
Enough
here.
griping. Just get on with your work.
And we'll see if I can unassign somebody with the guard tower. There. We'll just pop one of these down. Yeah, whatever. And I'm going to see if it's not letting me assign these people here because I didn't. Alright, there he goes. So he's off the food. Good, good, good. So what I'll do is I'll probably just go ahead and reassign everybody to a guard. And then we'll try to get the food part fixed. So you can see it went down a little bit. I don't have a provisioner, but I did scrap stuff here, so shouldn't be a problem just throwing those down. Alright, come here. Guard.
Got it.
Okay. So we can't assign them. Yeah, they're out here digging in these. It's not really doing anything. I could move. Well, I really just need to find out how much stuff we have. Alright, so... Man, I'm really tempted. I'm just going to pick these watermelons up. I don't want to pick in any of that. I want to try to get the number of what they're doing here even, basically. And actually... Or actually, let's store it. I might find a use for it. We'll see. Alright, Connie. Let's give you some veggies. They're just not going after this stuff at all.
Okay.
Nothing. So you see what I mean? I don't understand why it's saying I have enough food here either. I don't have a provisioner to this place. This is really confusing. Maybe I need to do the mission. Okay. Only 3. Yeah, they're useless. Alright, come here. So, I don't know if they're glitched because I didn't do the mission. If these potatoes are cursed. I could just store them, you know, I could pick what I can, store whatever, and then replant. That might work. I think we're going to have to do a quick mission.
Hi, how are you?
Let's see if that does anything. Come on.
Hey,
Let me tell you, farming ain't easy.
Farming ain't
Out in the
easy.
field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
what kind of crops do you grow here?
Mostly potatoes so far.
Uh-huh.
Lake Abernathy.
How long has this farm been?
Generations, I'd say. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
What do you need to start up a farm?
Well, my father would have told you it's the 3 L's. Land, labor, and love. You gotta have land to work, you gotta put in a full day's labor, and you gotta love what you do. Anyone who doesn't, ain't gonna last. Word of advice, though. Why do all the hard work?
Bastards. All of them.
Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Don't rightly know. The raiders are certain. I don't have much to walk. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Don't worry. I'll get that locket back for you.
Good. Connie feels like it's a part of Mary. I don't think she'll rest easy.
Oh, I hate that place. But there's some power armor over there. Yep. Now, I have all fast travel locations on, right? But that doesn't mean all the fast travel locations are there. A lot of mission specific places you still gotta find. Like the ranger cabin wasn't on the map. I had to go find that. And well, no, I guess I could fast travel there. It's a little sketch though, so we'll run. Olivia. Man, you know, I don't really remember too much about it. I do know, yeah, like I said, there's some power armor over there. Oh, I'll take that, sir. Thank you very much. I don't think you'll be needing it. This guy had a gas mask. Nice. So one of the mods I have. Oh, ooh, he's super lagged there. One of the mods I have on is called Sunshine Tidings, a Tragedy, or something like that. And it's got like a story to it, if you want. But it's really just a mod that changes up Sunshine Tidings. Now I have the USO stuff on because, well, I found a video where I saw it was working, and so I was like, cool, turn it on, and have a Settlers mod on too. And you're supposed to have a very, very slim chance of getting children.
I saw a death call once. It was far away, but I saw it.
But I've gotten 2 already. And I'm kind of concerned about that. Now, you can see he's not doing jack. And you can assign him food. And you have to assign each plant one by one. And he doesn't count as an actual settler to this place. I wonder if I can send him. Well, we'll test that theory later. I shouldn't have gone on. The issue being that, for whatever reason, this isn't pulling people in. So I don't know. Maybe it's not attractive because there's no food. But anyway, yeah. Hey, buddy. You cool? You cool? You cool? Didn't look cool. We are crazy overpowered. Nope, take these. Because I'm here to build, not really to play. Well, there's something attached to this. Wow, a lot of suicide themes, it would appear. Or fought to your death. Oh, a nice little stash, right? And sometimes you want to look for things like you'll find some of these objects that run out into the water, and sometimes they'll go further, right? And if you go look in the water, you'll find you can find loot. Sometimes you can find tunnels to other places. that's about. You can see we have some green grass and green trees. Simple seasons. We can thank for that mod. We can thank that mod for that. I'm one of those. Is it? Oh, shotgun, huh? Oh, what's up, bro? Take that bandana. Oh, you son of a bee. They're all about them shotguns, aren't they? Two brass knuckles. Look at you. There we go. So the power armor, I believe, is somewhere out here to the left. Oh, this is that crazy robot. Who I don't believe you have to fight. I think we can reprogram him. I'll take that. Alright, let's pop in here. Plate tape. I can't remember if I'm supposed to put the tape in the... Alright. We'll see if he attacks me or not.
Hostiles that pose a possible threat to the U.S. military and/or its citizens. Do not interfere with security operations.
Alright, I think I can get in here. Oh, he's... Well, obviously we're not a hostile. He doesn't think so, so... Whatever. He'll hang out here and patrol. More power to you, buddy.
Threat analysis. Yellow. Alert. Hostile detected. Units.
Oh, mole rats. Really? Now, I was going to mention there are a ton of mole rats out here near where the power armor is. Maybe he's going to help take care of some of that. Yeah, there's some. Just nip that in the bud. So I think it's over here. That's good. Can you make orange mint tats with those? Yeah, there it is. There's usually 3 pieces of armor on it. We got the chest, the right leg, and the helmet. More importantly, though, we got the frame. Get some rad stag meat. And I might run into a few more mole rats back here. I can't remember, but there's a little loot spot back here. There's also mole rats up at the... Nope.
That's it.
Ooh. Don't know who was eating who, but it did not go well, did it? Hello? In un momento, por favor. Okay, let's go shoot some bad guys. I doubt it's going to make much of a difference, and I might have to leave. Well, I guess I'll have to sell. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure how it works when you finish a mission after you've already claimed the base. What do we got going on? There we go. So you can see the gun's hitting for 245 with 12 fire and 32 electric damage. I mean, it's a beast. Then our armor, we're at 2560. Fire resistance 1350. Energy resistance 2650. And radiation just under 2790. Right around 3 grand. 3,000. That's because, you know, one of my mods lets me go ahead and put on ballistic armor on anything, pretty much. So everything you're wearing, including the bandana, is jacked. And then I also have a mod that increases the it has special legendaries. We'll put it that way, and that's what's boosting me up. So basically, I can have power armor on without having power armor. This nice pilot thistle, actually. Now the reason I'm gathering up stuff is because I want to use it in my builds for decoration. Wow. So there's also thistle by that water tower I was at, and also by the Red Rocket. There's a decent amount of thistle right around here. Did not know that. I didn't know about that patch. Let's go ahead and just see if we can kill this guy. Yep. Oh, come on, bro. I mean, does Wasteland Whisperer work on stuff like that? I don't really use it. Wait. You know what I could do though? Hey. Nope. Forgot how to throw grenades. It's been a minute.
Come back. I was having fun.
Were you? Well, I wouldn't want to deny you your fun, my friend. Where you at? What is that? It's mole rats with mines on them. What is going on? You don't have mines on you, do you? Nope. Seriously, where's this dude at?
No sign of
Oh, it just goes to show. I even found some loot in Vault 111 on the way out I'd never found before. Got any kids in there? I'm not being maudlin. There's a mission called Kid in the Fridge here. There he is. Hey, buddy. Thanks for playing. I'll be finding tons of bottle caps because I've got like the scrounger and the scrapper stuff turned all the way up. Because why not? Anyway, I heard that beeping and I thought there was a suicider somewhere. You guys really like that sack hood, don't you? There we go. That. You can use. You still need to use some of this stuff for, you know, the traps and cages or whatever. Alright, scary music, what that's about. Alright, let's go kill these fools so I can get this over with. hopefully when I get it for Risner linked up, as you can see, you can set them to do other stuff. The only thing is, I would rather have the lady walking around. Because she's a merchant that sells cloth and leather. Oh, I remember this place. I hate this place. Except I'm a OP god, so whatever. I'm advanced. D. Wonder which one it is, guys.
Got it.
Blah 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 blah. Thank you. I can. Oh, take that. Looking good. Here's where the goodies are. Thank you.
Excellent.
That's right. Pizza is super sneaky. I am the sneakiest. Actually, I'm not, because I don't like turning invisible. Everything looks weird. You know, your goodies. Yeah, so one of the mods I have on is called OC Decorator, and that's going to let me place all these little objects anywhere I want, statically, so people won't ruin my builds. Right, so the experiment is, I have a mod on that lets me take over any settlement without doing the missions. And I took over Abernathy Farm. But I can't get them to farm, which isn't surprising because I mentioned earlier that can happen. But basically I'm working out the glitches. Hey, buddy. Nope. What? Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry for your dog.
When you turn up, you're dead.
Oh. I turned up. Which one of us is dead? Skull bandana. Sharp knuckles. Huh? What'd you come through there?
Hearing shit. Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Really? I can't hit that dude anymore. Oh.
It's called shooting straight, rookie.
You know what? You're right. That was terrible. Any drugs? Oh. Not the time. Ooh. We'd be in some kind of straits if we weren't the overpowered gods. I mean, nah, we just wouldn't need to use a stim pad. Actually, I probably won't. Although you have infinite bullets, seems a little cheesy. Alright, let's grab a minigun. Oh, hey. Just die. I mean, this is an arc. I can't just swallow a bunch of organic polymer and take myself out.
Shit, lost him. There you are, you little bitch.
Maybe we should go back to the circle. Usually I put the circle scope on. I don't know why I did the dot this time. A little better with the cycle. Yeah. Oh, hey. Teddy bear. Smoking a cigar with an army helmet. All mine. Excuse me. I have an announcement to make. I no longer have COVID. I'm still sick. Yeah. But the actual COVID is gone. Anyway, wow, I never knew this scrounger would produce so much. Money. Hey. And a model. Perfect. So anyway, yeah, most of this junk I'll just end up using for some role-playing effect in my build. What'd they do? I don't think there's much back here but bugs and radiation, right?
Got it.
And it's like, get this radiation so you can get these radiation meds. Pretty sure. How do you bash? I don't know how to bash. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I don't remember how to bash. Probably should look that up though, huh? Give me the stuff. I thought it was. I don't know. It makes sense. Oh. Oh, it's a grenade. Not that. Not that. Oh. That's embarrassing. Alright. Hey, buddy. Got the key to the intel room that I already opened. Nice. Got a helmet for me? Thanks. Look at this unrusted tin can. You know I'm putting that somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, this is my first chance really to loot and grab some crap. Yeah, see, so you get all radiated so you can go back here and get some rat away. Believe me, it'll beat you up a lot more if you don't have a 3,000-ish, around-ish. Radiation. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. So let's, can I get the skull? Yeah, oh, it's an upper skull. The whole skull. Tools and whatnot. Probably got enough coffee cups, huh? Yeah. I think this was just another way. Oh yeah, got that glow now. And what I'll do is I'll throw most of this junk into, you know, one of my workbenches, and then I can use it when I want to use the OC decorator, as long as I have a provisioner attached. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. You would think that, you know, the missions would still be available and workable. Good enough. Oh, the power armor. I'm going to grab that. There's actually Tin Pines settlement is not too far from here, and there's another power armor piece there you can get. I think you have to have advanced lockpicking to get it. It's in a train car, but it usually has 3 pieces too. It could be the same 3. Ruh-roh. There we go. Well, we only have 1,002 fusion cores. You know what? How do I do that? Let's just go and we'll have a quick look. So far, except for crashing a lot trying to get into the game, I removed about 5 mods, and then it finally let me get in. I'm not having too much problems. Right, so the settlement electricity overhaul is great. You put this one fuse box down, and it lights your entire, powers your entire settlement, and you mostly don't have to run wires. Mostly. We got manufacturing overhaul. I like to do manufacturing in my personal games, but also like to have it just sort of like, well, we're rebuilding the Commonwealth. We're going to build a factory at some point. This is why I have green grass and trees. I'm just one of those people that thinks 200 plus years after a nuclear war, there's going to be, like, especially things that are as particularly invasive as grass. And, you know, green trees, because there'd be some of those too. And, you know, same thing with the water. You don't have to have this on for most mods, but because I'm using the USO stuff, you absolutely have to have it. The reason I picked the USO stuff is because the mods that I started, USO is what I used when I first started modding and playing modded Fallout. But I found other mods that worked for me that had certain things and advantages that I like, and I started using those. But they, as I mentioned in videos, I have like version 3.1 from like 4 years ago. They don't work. So we got the USO stuff. Vault-Tec Anywhere, that just lets you have the Vault-Tec equipment, right from the get-go. You don't have to go to the Vault-Tec missions if you don't want. I'm giving this one a try. It's supposed to bring happiness to my settlements. I used to use one that had a radio, but for some reason it started glitching. I know you can have trouble with the old jukebox, but even the little radio was crashing my game. I don't know why. Love this ultimate jetpack ring. Just put it on, take off, have a blast. You don't need to have any power armor. Busty settler, because I like my settler and myself to be very busty. Repaired Starlight Drive-In. I'm giving this one a shot. I've used it before. It doesn't really do too much, but it does flatten out a certain area. But the biggest part is it moves the water puddle next to the screen, and that frees up the middle of your base there. This is the one I was talking about, Legendary Mod Editions. And you can see here that we have Buckler, Shield, and Aegis. One adds 50, one adds 100, one adds 150 resistance. Although I think Shield and Aegis are... They both add 150 damage resistance. But if you want more resistance from the other types, you want to go with the Aegis. And it just adds these big sort of, these legendaries that do like 4 or 5 things. So some of it just doesn't seem too interesting to me, and I'm probably never going to use. Some of it could be really cool though. Heart Piercer is pretty dope, right? You ignore 50% of their armor. You get bleed damage and stagger. Stagger is like one of the most powerful things you can have in this game. Lots of weapon mods. Firestorm is also cool. I think that's the one I'm using right now. It says it's a whip. But it's been the same since whenever I've used it, from however long ago it was made. Rich Benders just gives more money. I can make robots from the get-go. It's going to be a part of this playthrough, rebuilding the Commonwealth. We're going to need some robots, right? I don't have to give my companions a bunch of ammo. This one's great, and it's only 3.45 kilobytes. And it doesn't get rid of all the fog in Far Harbor, but it does what it says. There's far less fog in Far Harbor. I like this one. This is a makeshift furniture pack. It just gives you a bunch of like shelves and things that have like, there'll be a diner shelf will have liquor and food on it. There'll be a workbench shelf that's got like tools and stuff on it. It just gives it kind of, and that makeshift feel. That's cool. Busty mod, you gotta have the Busty mod if you want the Busty settlers. Like I said, my lady is rocking big boobies. Dr. Mobius's Infinite Stash. I cannot say enough about this. It's only 188.25 kilobytes. It'll show up in, it's in my last video. It'll show up in multiple videos. Will run down there. It's got everything in the game, in the base game, from crafting ingredients, food, booze. You can get ice cold drinks. If you want, you can get every single key and every single holotape in the base game. I wouldn't recommend that because your menu is just going to be jacked with like 600 keys or whatever. But if you wanted to, all the materials in the base game for crafting, and all the weapons, all the hats, all the clothing, all the glasses, all the magazines, all your special books, everything. So, and you can see in the picture there, you see those blue lines. basically those shelves are full with crates and boxes that you can loot, and then you can push the button, and these lasers blast everything, right? And they press the button again, and everything reappears full. It's awesome, especially if you like to mod or place items down statically with the OC decorator. I don't have build anywhere turned on. It can break your game, but it's fun. Absolutely one of my favorite mods, Workshop Decorations Pack. This thing is big, and it can really cause some lag and slow your menus down, but they added, the modder added a toggle system. Here you go. Toggles have been added to help solve the lag in the workshop menu, so different groups of objects can be toggled on and off depending on what you need. So you just place this little button down, and you can turn it on and off, and it will open up the menus for you. And it will slow you down, and it will cause lag, I'm telling you. And if you have multiples on, plus all the USO stuff and all this stuff, it'll probably break your game in blue screen, or crash. But if you use the toggles, man, you see in the picture there's a picture of some books on the shelves. It adds a bunch of stuff, like let's say you get a vendor, put one of the vendor tables down, and it'll have, if it's a clothing store, it'll have all these clothing and on its shelves and all this stuff. But it only counts as one piece in your build. It's a really great way to get a lot of stuff in without lagging out your build. Luminous workshop lights, another favorite of mine. It makes your lights, it really increases the radius and the brightness of the lights. So you can get more light by putting down less. We're giving this one a try. This is new to me. I'm testing this right now. So far it's working. Who wants to run around and pick up all the Star Cores? Not me. So I can just go get them. There it is. Sunshine Township, a tragedy for something. This really, and I'll get to Sunshine today. What time is it? Yeah, I'll probably run there after I go back. Time stopping bats. This just gives me Anne Hargrave some more stuff in her inventory, and it also keeps me from downloading, any mods that give me this stuff. Specific, other mods, like you can get the Grognak costume, that's a mod. You can get the Mexican coats, that's a mod. Everything's in one. My favorite carry weight, the only thing you have to do is, to make it work, you have to take buff out or add a point to strength, or I think if you even put on clothing that increases your strength, it makes it work. I'm not sure about that last one. Another one I like to use, this is one of the older mods. I just took it off because I had the USO going, so I wasn't sure that that was going to go. Absolutely love this. Miscellaneous project sorted. It's really going to help you get through your menus. It really just absolutely makes it so much easier in the game. And I've never really had a problem with this messing up anything else that changes stuff too, so that's a good one. Dog's Not Brahmin. Basically, these are all my favorites because I tried to squeeze in stuff that was, I like to use, but I know that it worked in the past. Not all those worked out, but at least this one did. And all it does is turn your pack Brahmin into these, the provisioner guard dog. It's just a guard dog. I think they're invincible. So, gives your provisioner an invincible companion. This one I'm trying out. It's okay, but see, it says provide small chance to recruit functional child settlers. I've already gotten 2. I don't know how small that chance is, and I don't want a bunch of kids in my settlements. And not only that, there's not really much you can do with them. Now in Sanctuary, the kid is farming. It counts towards the settlement. The Red Rocket, it's not even saying that kid is there. I might try to send him somewhere else. This is a fun mod. It's a little crate that you can pick up at right when you come out of Vault 111. You can literally get every perk in the game except for the male and female specific ones. Interestingly enough, it only has the male perks. So that seems a little sexist to me. And you're saying, Pizza, you have a busty mod on. Isn't that? Hey, look, that's just immersion, okay? Ballistic weave unlocked from the get-go. I don't feel like messing with it. It's a nice way. I don't like running around in power armor. Yes, I have all these fusion cores, but you know, I don't have to repair my combat armor. So think about that. No settlement attacks. I'm building. I'm not trying to hop around to every single settlement. Yeah. Don't have to mess with any of the lockpicks. I've played enough Bethesda games, picked enough locks in my lifetime. Honestly, I wish I could put. I think they should have this available and not even count against. It shouldn't even be counted as a mod. They should just do it. This is one of. If I'm not using the USO, I like this one, but I don't. It doesn't work with USO. You're gonna have issues. Giving this one a try. I don't know if it's working or not. I haven't really checked it. Crimson Rider's got several mods I like to use, but some of them can conflict, and I wasn't sure with the USO stuff, so I just stuck with the one that gives you the waving flags. Hey, no hammering in Sanctuary. One of the best mods you can get. This one gives you all your special points from the get-go, so I don't need to put anything in perception or anything like strength. That's maxed out. This is a great one, and I'll demonstrate it in some of my mods, but it just gives you a sort of different way of bringing in food, role-playing way. I always thought that this game was kind of missing that, so I'll demonstrate that later. But basically, there's these stations where your people will go work. If you look at the picture, I don't know if you can see it, but the guy's skinning deer. Two of my favorites, y'all. The OC Decorator. This lets you place down things statically. It has the DLC now, and it's just a game changer for builders. It absolutely is fantastic, amazing. I can't talk about it enough. Get this, do this. You can make so much cool things. The only thing is that each time you put one down, you're adding something into the build. So if you put 40 things on a table, you know, it could get laggy, especially in build mode. We got the water redo on. Love it. It makes a lot of the water not radiated, but it leaves a lot of radiated places in. If I get a companion, I don't want to fool with them too much. I can go steal a few things and they'll love me. This hasn't worked at all. Well, no, I take that back. The shipment was there. And it says a shipment of every scrap material, sandbox shipment. But I didn't have any cloth or leather or aluminum or lead or rubber. Those are all shipments. Only clear weather for the Commonwealth. We're building. I want to be able to see. I want to be able to show the builds on while I'm broadcasting. So, and then we got the UCO stuff. All map markers that you can fast travel to. It's not 100% truth. There will be some places you still need to discover, but for the most part, it's all there. And it's base game only, I think. No build limit. We're building. That's just, you know, this is SCRAP. This is my settlement cleaning thing. It's not quite as scary as scrap that settlement or scrap the Commonwealth, but you can break the game and get rid of some things. You've got to be real careful with it. You have to be careful with most scrap mods. I used to have one that I really liked. It was really light and really let you get rid of like the plants and the garbage piles and certain things, but you couldn't take like an entire building down. You have to be careful with those. And that's at the very bottom of the load order where it literally tells you that it needs to be. So that's it. That's what we got on. 15.12 megabytes out of 884. Most of that's the USO. You see, does it not list how much they are? These are, yeah, there it is. So 526, 4.33 megabytes. Another 2 point, another 1.5 here. So I don't have all the stuff from USO on. Let's get in. And you can see our stats went down 510, 380, and 630. But it's only a frame and a few pieces of T45. You can't fly anymore once you put that on, unless you got a jetpack. Yeah. So what we'll do, see if we caught anybody in Sanctuary. Oh, still just the 5. I'm afraid this USO thing is screwing it up. Because I should have another settler by now. Now, the USO, the reason I say that is the USO will let you put down a quote-unquote beacon, and you can summon 3 settlers in at a time. It could just be random 3. You could pick females, males, ghouls, and super mutants, I think. Yeah. And the thing is, so when they pop in, you've got to move them to your settlement immediately, because they won't actually count as living in your settlement until you move them to it. So even if I spawn them in Sanctuary, I got to tell them to move to Sanctuary. And then you need to immediately assign them a job. Now, I've noticed in the past that sometimes these people if they get unassigned from their job will disappear. And I should be able to just go ahead and totally rig this out if I wanted to. But I don't want it. Why'd I take the fusion core out? Because, see, this kid right here.
When I grow up, I'm gonna have my own farm and make other people do all of the work.
That's what I'm talking about, Anastasia. Look, I like this kid. This kid's way better than that ghoul kid. Does that sound prejudiced? But see, she's a farmer. You can see your crops in the background, see? She wanders around, she'll have a seat, she'll do whatever she wants, and then she'll farm all day. Like she's supposed to. Why are you going back here? Like, I broke this house so you guys wouldn't be messing with this house. We love this house. I mentioned this before. If you don't get rid of all the seating, you're going to be chasing down your stupid settlers forever. So there must be something she wants to sit on. There used to be a, like, and you want to get rid of the toilets too. It's like she's looking for that, the chairs back here. I've had a lot of success where if you get rid of all the seating, they'll stop wandering all over Sanctuary. But for whatever reason, maybe it's because I broke the floors. I don't know. Maybe I messed that up. They always keep coming back here. Even when... and see this other house too where I broke the flooring. They keep coming back here too. And I'd hoped it would keep them from coming back here at all. There's nothing for them to do. So maybe I need to get rid of the whole structure. But normally what I do is I try to get rid of all the seating, pull some out towards the middle so they'll hang out, and then throw in a bar like we got over here. They love these seats. So it's a good way to catch new settlers. I'm wondering, you know what? I'm going to try something. It says it's powered. You know, it should be working, but I'm not convinced. That's good USO. Now, the one thing I have an issue with in this USO tab is it takes most of your base game stuff and moves it too. So what's really left is anything that is from mods, like this kind of stuff. Kind of frustrating. Seems a little gauche. We don't want all that. I don't think I have just a regular little generator I can put down anymore. Oh yeah, well. I'm gonna wire that up and see if it makes a difference. Because streetlights, except for like the Nuka World ones, don't work with the electricity overhaul either. You got to run wires to them, which I'm not opposed to. I like having wires in certain settlements in particular. Because realistically, you need wires. Red Rocket really isn't supposed to be doing much but catching settlers, but it's not. I'm going to build here later. We're just trying to get certain things established. There's a stupid kid. I wish I could scrap him. I'm not even playing. I'm wondering if these kids are like screwing up the recruitment. Because after I got the kid in Sanctuary, that was it. I'm not getting any more settlers coming in on the settler beacon. And I did get settler. I popped in 3. I got 2 more. One of them was the stupid kid. She seems to be working and is at least part of the settlement, but I've had no new settlers since that point. So it's kind of like forcing me to use the USO stuff. Like I said, I don't know how it's working now, but I know in the past it used to be an issue where you'd come back and like 2 or 3 settlers just would be gone. So I may have to force in more settlers. I'm not sure how it's going to work. You know, once you assign a provisioner, they walk back and forth, but let's say I take one of the settlers from over there that I forced in and have them come to here to be... Alright, let's talk to Blake.
I've got that locket back for you.
My provisioner, I want to assign
That's
from
great
here.
news. Connor's gonna be speechless.
If I don't
I'm
give
sure
them
she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done.
a job right
Feel free to
away.
Use our workshop. At least we can.
Let's trade some things.
Go ahead.
No, thank you. Okay. Now I could make one of them a provisioner. and get my stuff going that way. I'm kind of curious. Alright, let's see if we can assign Lucy now to be a farmer.
Got it.
Okay. So, at the settlements that have people in them, it would definitely appear that you need to do the mission. Alright, let's see if old Blakey boy will go farm up some of these, and we'll see how many we have total. Okay. Now we need to find out how many plants are left. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she's got 3 potatoes left. That's annoying. So, alright. Alright, well that answers that. So you do need to do the mission if you want to get the people, and if you take over a settlement that has people, robots, I suppose, any of that stuff, you're going to need to do the mission. You can still come up, claim it, but to actually get the settlement, I think you're going to have to need to do the, or get the settlers to do what you want them to do. You're going to need to take on the missions. I don't have any carrots. Oh, I don't have a... Nah. Alright. Well, actually, I think this is a good point to stop the video. Plus, I got something to do. When I come back, I'll try to fix Connie here. We'll get the farming going, and hopefully figure out what I'm going to do about provisioners, whether I need to, you know, keep using these USO ones to port people in. And if that's just, you know, how it's going to be because of the USO stuff, or I don't know. Maybe it's that settlers one making things kind of goofy. I'd get rid of it, but of course I've already got some settlers in, so if it keeps giving me all these stupid kids, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Alright, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you see this at a later time or date, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a good day. Y'all be good to each other.